the time to work harder than ever to protect essential rights and protect those in need. Also this weekend, we got to kick off the Lunar New Year with celebrations, and moving on to council items. Tomorrow, along with my colleague, Councilmember Mink, I will present a joint proclamation with the county executive and a number of Asian American leaders and community members to celebrate the Lunar New Year, which is one of the most important celebrations of the year for many of our residents and provides us all an opportunity to celebrate community and rich cultural traditions that bring us together. 2025 is the year of the snake, which symbolizes wisdom, resilience, and transformation, all qualities that inspire us as we move forward together as one. Our county is enriched by the diversity of traditions celebrated during Lunar New Year, and I look forward to participating in county-wide celebrations with a variety of community groups over the next several days. May this Lunar Year bring joy, health, and prosperity to all who celebrate, and may inspire us to build a brighter future together. Tomorrow, we will also receive a briefing in the afternoon on the local fiscal impacts of the blueprint for Maryland's future and what changes are expected in this budget cycle. Conversations on the blueprint have been robust over the last several years, and we want to ensure that children in our public school system receive the support they need and education they deserve. Investing in them is investing in our county and our state's future. However, budget shortfalls are realities that we need to grapple with. The governor and the Accountability and Implementation Board have proposed a suspension of the implementation of collaborative planning time for teachers, and they're also looking at a decrease of about $25 million in state aid for Montgomery County Public Schools in FY26. At the local level, we have been conducting meetings with the school system over the last several months to review their base budget in different forms, and this coming Tuesday will be the third in that series. The state is looking at ways to strategically maximize the use of public funds in education, and this base budget review is a way for the council to do the same. Governor Moore has proposed reshaping blueprint through the new Excellence in Maryland Public Schools Act, which would create a competitive grant program for schools districts that would allow some districts to pilot this collaborative planning time. I will be working closely with the Montgomery County delegation on this issue, as our school system is one of the key economic drivers for the future of our county and so vitally important to our residents and families. Tomorrow, we will also receive a briefing with Montgomery County's Department of Environmental Protection on the current and future plans for zero waste in the county. I've requested that the Department of Environmental Protection provide a brief update to the full council on the Aiming for Zero Waste initiatives. We have not received a briefing on this topic at full council, and there are a number of important items for us to be considering. One of these items is the Solid Waste Management Plan, which is a 10-year plan we must update every 3 years and submit to the state. And that is scheduled for a public hearing on February 11th, and then we'll go to the Transportation and Environment Committee for review. Additionally, a notice of intent for a contract extension for the operating agreement for the county's trash center was sent to the council in November. DEP tomorrow will provide an overview of their research on the county's waste management options for the future. Time will also be provided for council members to ask questions. And we also invited a representative from the Sugarloaf Association who will provide comments from the community there regarding the solid waste management plan and the incinerator. And I think that is all we have. I'll turn it back to Jordan for any questions.
Great. Thank you so much, Council President Stewart. Reporters, again, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or note that in the chat. Up first, we have Milagros Meléndez from El Tempio Latino. She will ask a question in English. Council President Stewart will answer in English, and we have our colleague, Marcela Rodriguez, to translate that for us. Good morning, Milagros. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for allowing to ask President Stewart. Thank you. As you have stated, there is a significant fear within the community about recent immigration operations. What specific actions is the county taking to protect families and ensure the rights of all residents are respected regardless of their immigration status? And also, I would like to know if you have any statistics on how many immigrants from Montgomery County have been arrested by ICE?
Thank you. And just thank you so much for all the work that El Tiempo does for our community. So our top priority right now as local elected officials is to really ensure and uphold the rights of all of our residents, and at the same time maintain our local authority. Right now, what that means is that we are providing information. We held a resource fair back in December to make sure that county residents knew what was available to them through our government agencies as well as our nonprofits. We have information on the council website, and we also link to information that our Montgomery County Public Schools has made available to them. So our first priority is really making sure people are prepared and that they have accurate information about what is taking place now in the county. Regarding your second question on the number, I do not have a number. What I can tell you is that in Montgomery County, when it comes to enforcing federal immigration laws, our position is that that is a federal responsibility, not the responsibility of our county or our local police department. And so
Yeah, do you have also numbers of how many immigrants without immigration status are living in Montgomery? Do you have those or no?
we do not keep that information, because when someone comes to us for government services, and I appreciate that because I want to emphasize, when someone comes to the county for our government services or they call 311 requesting assistance, we do not ask about their immigration status.
My last question is regarding sensitive spaces. Are you taking specific measures to ensure that immigration operations do not take place in sensitive spaces such as schools and churches, providing reassurance to parents and community leaders?
So we've been working very closely, and as I said, the superintendent of our schools and our Montgomery County Public Schools has put out excellent information. They have protocols in place for each of our schools. They've been training the principals and their front-facing staff on these protocols if ICE happens to go to a school. So I also want to emphasize that our schools do not share information as well, that information for students and families is also protected.
Right.
And I just want to emphasize the most important thing right now is for everyone to be prepared. And we have the information on our website, as well as the Montgomery County Public Schools website has very important information for families to prepare and to make sure that they have accurate information. And so if they are hearing anything, we hope that they could reach out to us, reach out to the school system. We are here to help support our residents.
Thank you so much. I am also representing Agenda Radio, and for this, we'd like to have some in Spanish, some SOT in Spanish, if you don't mind,
Yes.
Marcela. And also my last question, I'm sorry, yes, just can you tell me how difficult it is for the police department to solve crimes with the fear of the immigrant community? That's my last question.
Thank you. Thank you. That's an excellent question. And that is one of the reasons we stress so much that that we believe enforcement of immigration laws is a federal responsibility. And it is not something that our police department should be involved in, because they need to build the trust of our local community and have front and center making sure everyone in our community is safe and that we are preventing and as well as solving crimes. So that is our main mission, and ensuring that our police department can continue to work and build trust in our local communities is our top priority.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll have my colleague Marcela translate that. Marcela, to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Buenos días, Milagros. Antes que nada, quiero agradecer por tu labor en estos momentos. La prioridad para las autoridades, en este caso para los concejales como funcionarios electos, es proteger los derechos de cada uno de los residentes y mantener su autoridad local. Y esto se hace mediante la información. Número uno, se han realizado ferias de recursos para que esta información de ayuda llegue a cada miembro de nuestra comunidad. También el sitio web del condado tiene información que puede ayudarles a todos a prepararse. En el condado de Montgomery, la posición es que todo lo relacionado a ICE le corresponde a las agencias federales, las autoridades a nivel local, en este caso las policías, no se involucran. Y en el condado de Montgomery, para las personas que soliciten cualquier tipo de ayuda, no se les pregunta sobre su estatus migratorio. Ahora la segunda pregunta que hiciste es, Milagro, la presidenta del Concejo, Kate Stewart, ha dicho que ha trabajado y están trabajando muy cercanamente con el superintendente de las escuelas públicas del condado de Montgomery para que los principales, también conocidos como los directores de cada escuela, tengan la información en caso de protocolos a seguir si es que agentes de ICE llegan a las instituciones, y también se les está entrenando para que sepan actuar, siempre siguiendo los protocolos que se han establecido en caso de darse una situación como esta. La información de los estudiantes no se comparte con las autoridades federales. Es importante destacar esa información, y la información está guardada. Nuevamente repetimos que eso no se comparte con agencias federales. La tercera pregunta, Milagros, el condado de Montgomery nuevamente recalca que la policía local no trabaja con autoridades federales en caso de redadas. Esta es una responsabilidad que le corresponde a las agencias federales. Por lo tanto, las autoridades, los concejales a nivel local se quieren asegurar que la agencia policial continúe resolviendo crímenes, protegiendo a la comunidad, ya que esa es su labor. Las redadas es a nivel federal, mientras la policía mantendrá haciendo lo que ha hecho siempre, enfocándose en la seguridad pública. Gracias.
Great. Thank you so much, Marcella. Thank you, Milagros. Up next, we have Tom Fitzgerald with Fox 5. Good morning, Tom.
Council President, we appreciate the media access. Thanks for doing this. I don't like to ask hypotheticals. I like to ask more direct questions. So you spoke at large about the immigration situation here. Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, has said repeatedly that the goal of all this is to weed out people who have committed crimes, not just border crossing crimes, but actual public safety crimes, and specifically MS-13. Do you believe him?
Yeah, well, I think people are, as their actions support their words, and we hope that they're being truthful in what they said, but we also need to prepare for the occurrence that they are not. And there has been a great deal of rhetoric that took place during the presidential election that has occurred in the last few weeks that has been very divisive and hateful towards immigrants in our community, and has caused a great deal of fear and anxiety. And so regardless really of whether or not I believe he is truthful in what he says, we need to prepare here in Montgomery County and for our residents to make sure that we can do all we can to support them, and that we're upholding their rights and our local authority.
And if I could just follow, how do you balance protecting individuals who are in the United States who have not committed any crimes by protecting them against gangs like MS-13 that predominantly prey on these populations and often are shy about going to police to report the crimes that have been committed against them?
Right. Well, Tom, thank you for that question, because I think that goes to the heart of why our local government, particularly our police department, does not enforce federal immigration laws. Because we need to continue to build trust in our community, to prevent and to solve crimes. And if we are unable to do that, then we are not able to talk to our community, find out more about when crime does occur. So this is why it is vital that our mission here is to make sure that our police department is focused on public safety in our community and building that trust with our local community.
So if I could ask you about that again. So you're saying that this type of enforcement makes this population less safe?
Define this type, sorry, Tom, just when you say this type of
The
enforcement.
the type of enforcement that ICE and the Trump administration is talking about right now, and in fact, over the weekend in Chicago, actually began to execute. This makes the individuals in undocumented populations less safe because they would be less likely to work with police to report crimes that have been committed against them by organizations like MS-13?
What I'm saying is it's very important that our local government maintain trust and good relations with all of our different communities. That means that we need to make sure that they trust our police department to go to in cases of emergency or when crimes have been committed. That means they feel safe to go to our public schools, they go to our health clinics, and get any other type of services they need. When people become afraid of doing that type of thing, that harms our entire community.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Tom. Up next, we have Miriam Shahzad with My MCM. Good morning, Miriam.
Good morning. Thanks so much, Council President. On the point about the police department, wanted to ask, is the county having conversations with the police department or with Chief Imada, since some of this fear has been escalating in the immigrant community? And I'm just wondering, has he said that they're having some trouble recently, or just if you've talked to them, how have those conversations gone?
Sure. I talk to our police chief on a regular basis, and also our district command officers in my district. And what we have been talking about is making sure, again, that we keep our mission of public safety and building trust in the community front and center for everyone. And that is what our police department is doing.
Thank you. And I'm just wondering, has he said that officers might be having trouble, relating to trust in the community and maybe getting information on things like that?
He has not mentioned it to me recently, no.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Miriam. Reporters, I don't see any other questions. If you do, going once, you can note that in the chat or raise your hand. Going twice. 3 times. Okay, back to you, Council President Stewart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan, and thank you to everyone for being here for the briefing. We, again, appreciate all of you in reporting on the County Council and what we do, and I look forward to our next time next week.